Hey all and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. Today we're returning to Food Wars, and there is indeed a war brewing. Previously, a furious Soma challenges Shinomiya to a Shogeki, Food Wars, I guess, or a food battle, challenge, etc., to get Megumi's expulsion rescinded. So I don't think there's any time to waste here, Volk. Are you ready to actually get into episodes 11 to 13?
I am ready. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, sorry to keep you waiting, Deimos, but such is the HFC way, I suppose. Syncing instructions are in the video below, or the description below. We're going to count you down to episode 11. When we'll tell you to stop, load up episode 12, and we'll count you down into that when we're ready, and so on and so forth. Here we go, episode 11 of Food Wars in 3, 2, 1. Oh, do it! For Megumi's honor!
Please do. I don't want her to be expelled. Especially not to this Markiplier lookalike.
God, I forgot all about that. No, I refuse. Cooking battle. Activate.
I'll send you to the cooking dimension.
You gonna refuse? Like a little chicken? Or are you gonna accept?
So, I don't think expulsion's going to be in the cards for Chappie over there if he loses. He just has to rescind the expulsion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a chef at a French restaurant, so you know this is going to be a tough battle.
Yes, a lot of the great chefs in the real world usually make their way to France at one point or another.
Yeah, he's turning it down, Volk, I told you. Bark. Oh, it's fucking Dio. You better challenge into a cooking battle or I'll use the world on you. So yeah, they were saying it's unusual for, like, a student to challenge an alumni, or like a teacher, or something. Do you think that's ever happened before? Because he said unusual, not like this sets a new precedent or anything.
I would say this isn't something that has never been seen before, so it certainly doesn't happen often because, you know, they are considered among the elite, so challenging them is not something necessarily a wise person would do, but a passionate person. Yeah, they will totally have a crack at it with the right motivation, and Soma certainly has that in spades right now.
Oh yeah, also he's just plain insane, really. We've all seen about his honeyed squid and whatnot.
You have to be insane, like, both clinically and otherwise, to do something like that. Actually, something I've been meaning to bring up in terms of Food Wars, I noticed that in our TV comms we obviously have the thumbnail. And remember the rival from last time? I can't quite remember his name. It's him and the slightly chubby bloke.
Yeah.
And I realised, looking at the thumbnail, at some point in the show, he will slim down dramatically.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same guy, but he is a lot more leaner.
I'm not seeing that here in the thumbnail, mate. I don't know which thumbnails you're referring to.
The one on the YouTube videos when we put them up on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you get a chance, take a look at it. You'll see what I mean.
Alright. Cooking battle? Yes, sway him, Dio Summer, please.
The magician from the east.
Yeah, I've eaten worse crap, I suppose. No, it has to be perfection, you don't understand.
Well, mule-headed narcissist poser, asshole. She's still upset that they stole her crackers.
Well, no, she won't be helping them if she was still upset, Vogue.
True. I guess maybe she is vouching for them, but I guess the rage of having a crackers stolen is still kind of reflecting as to, calling him out as being a poser and what have you. I don't think she'd be as mean-spirited otherwise.
Oh, he's going to make the deciding factor. He'll oversee the unofficial cooking battle. Of course the fucking Yakuza-looking guy would think of it as a street brawl.
Oh, we got a food street fight now. This is going to be good.
I wonder if anything like this actually happens in Yakuza. Like, food-based gameplay and whatnot.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it sounds Undertale.
I knew you were going to bring that in. I'm fucking furious over it.
Okay, I'm done. So it looks like they'll be working together. I guess it kind of makes sense, since it's sort of her at stake here, and he's sort of just standing up with her.
Hand the metal, literally. You have to bring your own pots and pans.
Yeah, I mean, these dishes don't come high in iron just on their own, you know.
Aww. I'm just trying to stand up for your honour. You just throw that all away for some kind of impulsive cooking battle.
Oh, it's a really quiet and somber version of the opening theme. It's so sad.
Keep thinking of Todoroki, I'm not going to be perfectly honest with you.
Soma ruining the moment, and then rekindling the moment right on the spot. This man is absolutely peerless.
Indeed. Well, just keep on cooking, baby, and we'll call it even.
No, you must try my honeyed squid recipes for the next year and a half.
Fine, you can be the guinea pig, I suppose. Not here. I won't let you fall here, Megumi.
We draw the line here, this far, and no further. But I like the whole idea that it's going, it's not the end of your story. That's like such an anime tropey thing to say.
Yeah. Oh, I see they're still waiting for Megumi, etc.
Well, I guess the dispute has sort of left things at an impasse, so they're not officially announcing anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they will either, seeing as the battle itself is supposed to be unofficial. So it'll probably be just literally, they do the battle and it's just like, yeah, they passed, as if nothing actually happened.
Yeah. I don't know, Volk. I just don't.
Have you not tried to fly over your ears before?
Well, sometimes, but we all had a Dumbo phase, so let's not dwell on it.
Basement kitchen. This is where we keep this is where we have jailbirds fight for their lives. That chin, those knees, just a spectator.
My chin will pierce the heavens.
And will also make fine dicing of onions at an emergency. But I suppose they do have a point. There is some obvious bias there, so it would be a bit unfair to exclude her entirely, but to have her be a judge, I don't know.
Yeah.
She hasn't proven herself to be impartial.
I think 2 students is fair against, like, 1 alumnus.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make up the skill and experience of one somehow, so doing it 2v1 does make sense, and as I said before, also just makes sense from a perspective of what's actually at stake here.
And I think with Shinomiya not judging the dishes, she might have a fairer chance, because he's, like, super strict.
Oh!
Yeah, Soma's just helping this time.
This is the first time that Soma's had to work as a commie.
That's true. Like, don't push your luck here, Soma, otherwise they'll just, like, call it quits immediately. She's gotta grow. She's gotta grow.
She's gotta grow fast, otherwise there'll be no room for her.
She has been relying on Soma a lot, to be fair, so I think this will be the push that she needs.
Exactly. They know that Soma's been smurfing for a while now, so gotta go, alright, you have to prove you're up for the big leagues, otherwise we have to boot you down back to Bronze 5.
A whole cabbage.
Just a head of cabbage, nothing else.
In my mind's eye, I see only vegetables, and my doom/expulsion. Jesus, what an asshole.
It's like that one guy in an online fighting game that does nothing but press the taunt button every time he gets a hard knockdown on you.
Yeah.
What an ass.
Wow.
Well, she is a spectator. There's nothing saying that she could cheer people on.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Look at my knife.
This knife is almost as big as my subscriber count.
Shut up with the Markiplier thing.
Alright, I'll stop. Calm down. See the asparagus. Feel the completed dish in your mind's eye.
I need to look up exactly what a sous chef does in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure as well. Like, I'm familiar with sous chef, I'm familiar with chef de partie, and I'm familiar with commie.
We've all watched Ratatouille, mate. Nothing special, alright?
I know, I'm just trying to prove that I do at least have some knowledge, even if it is basic.
A sous chef de cuisine, French for under chef of the kitchen, is a chef who is the second in command in a kitchen, the person ranking next after the executive chef. Consequently, the sous chef holds much responsibility in the kitchen, which can eventually lead to promotion to becoming the executive chef. A sous chef is employed by an institution that uses a commercial-grade kitchen, such as a restaurant, a hotel, or cruise ship. Let's see. Sous chefs must plan and direct how the food is presented on the plate, keep their kitchen staff in order, train new chefs, create the work schedule, and make sure all the food that goes to customers is of the best quality. So they're basically making sure that everything is in order.
Exactly. They are the Commander Riker of the food-related Starship Enterprise. Well, he's not saying anything about the dish. He is purely playing motivational.
Make something homely. Make something from your perspective.
Cooking is all about putting all your food on this transparent plate.
Yes, and if you can do that, you can appease the ghosts, and then you will win, or something. Enough! By my red hair, you will be a cook by the end of this, or may God have me beaten in a cooking battle.
And expelled, and then that's the end of the anime. Do you want that on your conscience?
Do you?
He does raise a good point. There's something to be said about following the pros, but of course, if you can follow what they do, they'll always have you beat just because they've been doing it all their lives. However, what you can do is do what you're good at, and hopefully, maybe, they'll just beat out what this guy's doing that is considered, I guess, the food meta.
Aw, she watched her mum cook and whatnot.
This is wholesome as fuck, yo.
It is.
Yeah, here we go. This is the music we like to hear. Upbeat. Hopeful.
Markiplier giving it all this in the background. Fine, I'm on the train too now.
See, you can't escape it. The likeness is just too uncanny. Although I don't think he has the pink hair anymore. I think I will just quit. Sorry, you're on your own.
This is a gag in and of itself.
And therein lies the joke. Oh, the word's finally gotten out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. How do they know, though? Like, isn't this meant to be a private battle?
Well, they just said that a friend of his or an associate was in on it as well, so he basically got the news out.
Okay. Meanwhile, underground.
The next nuclear bomb is being developed that will deliver food to the nation in the form of a powerful explosion.
That is interesting. I would have loved to have known what it actually was, but used the age-old anime technique of not telling the audience.
Oh, they'll let us know before long. It's just to drive up suspense.
I know. I mean, he's been a sous chef all his life, to be fair.
Yeah, this isn't a position he's unfamiliar with. Just more surprising since, he threw the challenge down. He was expected to be the one at the forefront.
No, more! You gotta say it more!
More oomph! More determination!
Why can't she have her own, bandana and whatnot?
Maybe that'll come in, the second season, she picks one up or gets one gifted to her by Soma.
I love that shit. Where, the trainee gets, some of the clothes of the old person.
She's explaining the joke! Alright, I'm taking her somewhere else.
I took her to the sunshine dimension.
Are we doing the oven sun-dry tomato method?
Yeah, fan of that, Volk?
I've never actually tried it properly in the past, but I've always been meaning to. It's one of those things that, whenever I use tomatoes, it's usually either fresh stuff or the canned stuff to go in pasta sauces and chilies and whatnot.
Just taking it in right now, folks. I'm trying to figure out what dish they're making.
Well, we know it involves tomatoes.
Okay, that narrows it down to 1,000 dishes, Volk.
Hey, I'm trying to look at the rest of the ingredients here. I'm doing the play-by-play. Yeah, you can't rush ahead in the kitchen because otherwise your part of the food will go cold and you'll ruin the entire dish.
Mm-hmm. That fucking stock photo. I wish it was like the Homer Simpson one where it's just him eating a cake. But he learned to improvise at home, which is not something you'll get being classically trained.
Exactly, and the real-world experience is also something to consider.
Oh shit.
I haven't actually seen, what's his name, through anything else other than that head of cabbage or lettuce, so I'm wondering if that's all he's got. They even had time to finish the washing up, too.
Behold, nothing! This is completely new to me, but then again, I am a pleb.
Well, it's a good thing this anime does take the effort to explain all these things, so that things we did not know before now become knowledge.
You're not a judge, you don't get any. Oh, okay. She has to share. I forgot all about this, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, nope, I was gonna say the clues aren't exploding, but, nope, they're definitely exploding.
Pork and onion is one of the best stuffing mixes ever.
Sage and onion is a top contender as well, and usually the one I end up going for, personally.
Oh, I see, so they cheated by showing him mixing in none of this.
Yep, they're showing us none of it so they can just explain it at this point. Crepe cabbage, I like it. I am quite fond of my cabbage, so I think I'd like that dish a hell of a lot.
I'm not, but I like the smell of grass, so... How much do you reckon Megumi's dish is going to be the one she failed with, just cooked perfectly this time?
That would be a good redemption arc for that particular thing, so who knows? Or maybe it will be something purely inspired from her mother. I get the feeling we'll have to wait long regardless, so we will wait with, I guess, trying to not get the drool in our mouths escaping. I lost track of what I was going to say, I'm sorry. I was taken aback by the food.
I got it. He basically revitalized the vegetable industry, I guess.
Vegetables are usually the unsung heroes of any dish.
Yeah, for sure.
There are some establishments where, even if, like, the primary component is meat, vegetarians will seldom be able to find vegetables being treated so well.
Well, I mean, he works at a high-end restaurant, so why are you surprised?
Indeed. Or maybe they're just hamming it up for the ratings.
Yeah. It's no blood, but I like it.
You and your fucking deer references. And then he became Magical Girl Ori.
So that's what the title meant, okay. Are you fucking kidding me? All of them?
Yep. Although, you say this, there is actually an entire Magical Girl anime based around school idols that turn into the beefy men when they transform. Nice. Ah, there's a Phantom Mask as well.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Oh, that's it?
Wow. Really? There's gonna be a stinger at the end, though. Because if it's this early on and we're getting the ED already, there's gonna be a stinger.
I love this ED.
I would rate it quite highly, too. Not gonna lie.
So what did you think of the dish Shinomiya presented, mate?
It looked very damn tasty. It's something that may not be too difficult to replicate at home, but at the same time, that would rely on you finding the right kind of cabbage, because obviously you want something with a lot of leaf structure to it, so that it'll make an effective wrap. Otherwise, it's just kind of flopping around, and you're probably going to have more of a taco than an actual package.
Nothing wrong with floppy cabbage, but it's not the kind of thing you should be serving at professional level, I suppose. Also, apologies. Shinomiya, I meant Shinomiya.
Shinomiya, there you go.
They keep changing some of the images of this. Don't think I don't see.
Oh yeah, they're doing it. They're making sure you're paying attention, because the ED is usually when most people turn off.
Yeah.
Until they throw the stingers in there. Now everybody watches the EDs.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, we have to now, lest we get called out in the comments section.
Exactly, and we don't want to be called out on the internet. That is a fate worse than death.
Oh, yes. Right, what have you got for us?
Imagine if it's just a 2-minute long preview.
Oh, we love that shit. Oh. The last time I don't like that name, it is ill-fitting. It was alright. Yeah, he decided to go outside the box, I guess.
Well, he can't reveal all his secrets.
Also, he was, like, fighting at a student level.
Oh, you cocky bastard. It's almost at this point as if Soma and Megumi don't even exist.
Yeah, he's far too arrogant. And again, like he says, it may well be justified, but they haven't presented their dish yet, so...
This thing is going to end literally any second now, and we won't see the dish until the next episode. Thankfully, we got the next episode lined up, so we'll be fine. No cliffhangers here.
You gotta get over it. Don't give me symbols on a plate as if that was the dish.
No, they're potato waffles.
There you go. Best foot forward, Megumi.
But I have no good feet.
Theme of confidence. Yeah, sorry, I ended up ordering Domino's. I hope you don't mind. Aurora Borealis! At this time of day, in this cooking battle, localized entirely within this kitchen.
Out of all the dishes in all the world, you had to serve us Disco Fever.
It's beautiful. A terrain end! Episode's closed. Okay, Volk.
Oh, they showed it at the end after all.
Yep.
It does look very, very nice. It has all the colours of the rainbow. How could it possibly fail?
I don't know, but that was a pretty good episode. Like, there was a lot of drama, there was some backstory and lore and so on.
I like the twist as well with having Soma assume the role of the sous chef. That was a nice touch, I think.
Very much so, yeah, very much so. I'm ready to just move on to episode 12 here, mate.
Let's just dive in knife and fork in hand, or spoon if you prefer.
Indeed. Or a spork, the fusion tool of the cooking world. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Baker's dozen.
Okay, indeed. So, Megumi has presented a tureen. She was the master chef, he was the sous chef. We know all this, we literally just watched it. But the thing assumes that we watched it last week, so, you know.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, they don't know that we watched these at bulk. We can't hold them to account.
Yes. For now.
We might eventually. So here we go. We get to see the dish again, I'd imagine.
I don't think I've ever had a tureen, but then again, my experience is basically limited to what my mum cooks me.
Yeah, I don't think I've tried it either, at least not that I can remember. So this will be interesting to see, because terrine preparation I don't think is meant to be easy.
So she did it with, like, his invention in mind, but is trying to put her own spin on it, is my best understanding.
Yeah, all proving that, yeah, I can do this shit but better if I had the chance. Oh, them juices!
It looks perfect in terms of composition.
Yes, but looks aren't everything. Taste is what really matters.
E for fail. Begone, shadow fots! I don't think Soma's going to allow Megumi to fail. He put all his hope and dreams into that as well, but we've got to wait for another opening sequence before we get the result, damn it!
Yep, we got to see the fish, and the strawberries, and all the other shit, and the carrots, of course. How can we forget the carrots?
I love a good carrot, but it has to be sweet.
I used to actually just buy a whole bag of carrots and eat through them. A little bit like I used to do with celery as well, so just in case of just break off a stick of celery or grab a carrot and just munch that shit down. Very healthy, but obviously you're not going to get a huge amount out of it. Not without some kind of dipping sauce, at least.
What kind of vegetable dishes do you make, Vol?
Vegetable dishes, usually I tend to gravitate towards soups, pastas, and things like that. Something that has a proper sauce built into it to really help the dish along. I think just having a medley of vegetables or like a salad doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but having a cohesive sauce to bring it all together just makes sense. So, vegetable pastas, vegetable curries, chilies, like 5-bean chilies especially, those are all very good.
Okay. I wouldn't say I'm kind of like a veggie dish sort of guy, but if you're making like Christmas dinner, load that plate up with cauliflower. Like, my mouth is salivating just thinking about cauliflower.
There's something to be said about Christmas vegetables. I don't know what it is, but any other time of the year, you wouldn't pile the plate up as high. But on Christmas, oh lordy, you're going to be piling up that plate.
Well, it's the atmosphere of the whole occasion that just makes food taste better.
I'd argue it's more to do with the fact that during Christmas, everything gets that little bit of extra attention. So you're not just roasting the carrots, for instance, this time around. You might do a thing where you're, like, melting it in butter, like, melting butter into them and getting star anise thrown into the equation as well.
No.
And, like, with the cabbage, you're adding raisins and things like that in there and sultanas. Everything is given a lot more attention compared to a standard Sunday dinner where everything is kind of just done in its own particular way, and not too much spectacular is done with it. Alright, so let's go through the 7 colours of the Turin rainbow, shall we?
Yes. Oh, I thought you were actually going to go through the 7 layers.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about Turin, so this is a learning experience for me. I'm paying attention. The zucchini. Or otherwise, to other people, the courgette. Is that a vegetable you have much experience with?
No, I'm gonna say no.
It's a weirder cucumber, so I suppose it flies under a lot of people's radars, but they are absolutely fantastic in ratatouilles, obviously. But on their own, they'd also go great in chilies.
Sun-dried tomato is a flavour I have much experience with. I love it in pesto, I love it in stone-baked pizza and so on.
It is a very nice way to elevate the flavour of a tomato. So you had to stop yourself from saying mom.
Yep.
Another good way to make use out of just standard tomatoes is get those really thick sliced ones and just sprinkle a little bit of salt, pepper, and olive oil over them. Either that, or you can just put salt on them and plop them in a sandwich. Works just as well.
He's just taking it in, see if he can see any cracks in their armour.
Then again, he's not tasting the dish yet, so he can't say shit right now.
Oh, we'll blow his clothes off. It tastes like the countryside.
Gonna knock the hair dye right out of your stupid head.
She's like a character out of a Ghibli film.
She's like moonlighting in My Neighbor Totoro.
Ha! This is so fucking Japanese.
I love how everyone's just having a personification. It's a metaphor war. We have to rename the anime.
This is all very flattering and whatnot, but can I get a yes or a no, please?
Well, I suppose if they're arguing over how best to metaphorically represent how nicely the dish is presented and prepared, then I think she's doing alright.
Yeah, to get, like, alumni discussing this with such fervour, that's gotta be confidence boosting.
Exactly.
Because he's a master chef, so let's not forget. Oh no. Oh, okay, I thought it was just gonna come down to a coin toss.
It's just like heads or tails. How do you reckon this is going to go down? Are we going to get a clean sweep, or are we going to get like a 1-2 situation?
I think it's gonna come down to an almost draw.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going to see them all until the end, are we? Oh my god, the tension!
Ah, they've built up such a wonderful team rapport in the time they've been together.
It's like, you know you can trust in me. After all, I've seen you naked.
What the fuck, Fog?
Pulling out the Hi, I'm Daisy Persona 4 comic reference there, sorry.
Oh, right, yeah.
Praise the deities!
Oh.
Oh my. Although I don't think it's quite that simple.
Yeah, she still has a long ways to go.
But obviously this isn't the end of the anime, so,
You tried your best, and even if you failed, your journey is not over yet.
So, how is this gonna go down then?
Make everything null and void. Just go back to clash your cheeky scamps.
Yeah, maybe? Although I think that would be a little bit too cheap. There has to be something else involved here if something similar to that were to happen. Or maybe it's a case of, yeah, we switched the colours of the plates around.
Now that you mention it, that would be a good twist. Like, we went through this clip show for nothing.
Or maybe this is like a vision of her just failing. And like none of this is actually happening.
Possibly. Well, I'm done breaking your soul. I'll see you next time, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, but I count for 4. I'll have you know. This is a quarter! I gave you dimes.
I am now, motherfucker. Don't make me pull out the world. I don't think he's tasted it yet. Oh, shit.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, a little bit. 10 years ago. I like reading subtitles.
Oh, we're getting the flashback scene.
He looks exactly the same.
He really does.
Kinda looks like Soma.
He does a little bit, yeah. Oh, wow. He kind of looks like a mix between him and that rival chap that we saw earlier.
I'm not there to make friends. I am there to cook.
I'm glad that's something that remained a constant. It's not just something that happened 10 years after the fact. But he didn't need his glasses, so, slightly different in that regard. He just decided, yeah, I have good taste, but my eyesight's crap. I should totally do something about that.
Mm-hmm. So he worked hard to get where he is, but he kind of lost his soul in the process. He forgot the people working under him. Motherfucker, this is my restaurant.
Yeah, that would get you fired in real life, I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't expecting racism in this.
No, me neither.
Okay, let's go be snooty elsewhere.
Well, if he lost his soul, this would be a good way to, demonstrate the reason why. Like, Jesus.
Well, this is the world of French cuisine, I suppose. Get the fuck out, yeah, that's it.
Should have just done that right at the start, to be honest.
Oh no, you said too much! Begone!
Oh, he's going full Ramsay now.
So he had to do everything perfectly, because if he couldn't, he would fall off that knife's edge.
No, he's not a magician, he is a chef. Get it right.
Yeah, that's right. Where are those racists now? Still in that alleyway, I guess.
I got a fancy medal, what have you got?
Nothing! Nothing! Oh, yeah. When you reach the top, where is there to go? But way back down.
Exactly. It's the, unfortunate situation where you become so good there's no one left to challenge you.
Here comes the revelation, Volk. The taste sensation!
The clove-busting something.
Alright, I'll taste the rainbow. Skittles said it was good. Really now?
Wait a second.
But I need to eat more!
His actions betray his words, I doth think. It says, please don't expel me.
His soul is stirring again. The home delights are what he wants to cook most of all.
And his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh my god, it's fucking Ratatouille.
It really fucking is, oh no.
It's alright, I'll cook for you, even if you are a shit.
It's like, look, I just want to play in the cornfields. I didn't come here for a field trip.
I want you to cook that, otherwise you're not eating tonight.
She literally cooked the rainbow, and all of the metaphors have come together.
Oh no, a rainbow between my mom's hand and mine. Redemption arc!
But there is still 1 coin less, so what will happen now?
Yes, it's the spice with all the spices, sir.
It's the ultimate spice. And then on the opposite end, there's no spice. It's just bland powder with nothing in it.
Okay, Volk, joke over. Yeah, just want to help make the food go down a little bit easier. Being considerate of the customers.
God damn it.
Yes, okay, I guess.
It's like she's mine! Leave her alone!
You have to become better, Shinomiya. Considerate of everyone, even if they're a bunch of fucking Nazi racists.
It's not enough to be at the top. You have to make everyone else eat your dust. Well, to be honest, if that just makes everything null and void, then she's still going to get expelled for failure. Unless he just changes his mind.
What'll it be, Markiplier? He's just letting it hang. You taught me a lesson. I'm now slightly less evil, and thus you can stay here.
Well, hopefully they'll get to have a proper cooking battle eventually. I want to see Soma just literally go ham on this dude.
Some things never change. Country home cooking, Volk.
Indeed. Homely cooking that heals the soul as well as hunger.
Really? Just...
The hell am I gonna do with 250 yen? It's barely enough to buy a fork.
Thank you, Legume Jesus. You're welcome. It's okay, just let it out.
That all panned out a little bit weirdly, but it still ended in what I would think to be the best possible way. I mean, obviously the talents of the Illumini was
Illumini? Illumini?
I don't know how it's fucking pronounced, I'm sorry.
Alumni, Volk. Fucking
alumni. Thank you very... I hate how stupid I am sometimes.
You're not stupid, you're just dyslexic.
I'm illiterate entirely. Alright, then the alumni's skills were recognized as such, so nothing was tarnished in that regard. Everybody's still at the relatively same points of power, I guess?
Yeah, no one got arrested. Yeah, I survived the end.
I've run out of phone credit. Shit.
They're gonna wind up battling each other towards the end, and it's gonna be really fucking heartbreaking.
It really is. Or maybe it will be one of those sort of like coming of age sort of tales where she feels like she can surpass the person she's looked up to all this time. Oh, he ain't happy.
If it wasn't for all that soul searching that Shinomiya did, he would be the reason that Megumi went out. See, I told you, man, there's a parallel between Soma and Shinomiya.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of parallels between these high-ranking chefs and Soma. He seems to show the qualities of all of them, almost. But I get the feeling, as the show goes on, we'll have those specialists come into the equation, and Soma will sooner or later build himself into the ultimate chef.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we get a stinger this time, but, maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't, but we still need to keep our eyes out for any subtle differences in EED.
I'm watching. Nothing yet, but we do have bananas and tomatoes, oh my.
Alright, bananas are understandable. What's so lewd about tomatoes?
I don't know, Volk. I never said there was anything lewd about it. You're the one who put that idea out there.
You're the one who said, oh my, as if to imply.
Okay, it was him. Yeah, rightfully so.
Yep. With a smile in his heart once more, maybe his passion will be revitalized.
I like when, like, antagonists get development and whatnot.
Oh yeah, because antagonists doesn't necessarily have to imply they're purely evil or out to get someone. Sometimes there's a motive or something that happened to them to cause them to become perhaps sour that then gets revealed, and they become more of a rival character towards the end as opposed to just someone who is out to get a particular person or individual. And then he died. The end.
Can I get a word out? Can I get a word out? It's too late, you shook him to death. We're all just happy you're alive.
From this point forth, you will be named Kleenex.
Poor glasses guy. Oh, I heard it during cooking, is what happened there.
Yes, I tried to cook concrete. It didn't work out.
Her smile is all that matters in the end. Although I really wanted to win. I'm just gonna emphasize that.
Card games and drinks!
Let's get fucking crunk! Ah, this is wholesome. Close the episode.
We needed that after the intensity of the last episode. Or this episode, rather. Well, last and this one.
Okay, well, thank you. What did you think of episode 12, then?
It was a bit of a weird way to conclude it, but I do approve of how it was done, because the hierarchy is maintained, and yet the show can now continue. And we got a little bit of growth on the side as well, with Soma being handed his first, I would say, proper loss.
Ah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this reflects in the next episodes to come. I don't think we'll see an immediate impact, but maybe it will be something more subtle.
Well, we'll have to see, Vol. We'll have to see. Sorry, just about wrapping up 2 hours of recording here, and that gets me a little bit sleepy. So, let's wrap things up here with episode 13 of Food Wars. Are you ready, Vol?
I am ready to go.
Let's do this shit in 3, 2, 1. Alright, what are we expecting here, exactly? Because now everything's back to normal.
Well, I think this is a perfect time to line up a new potential plot point. Maybe involving this guy over here, the member of the Elite 10. Oh god, it's Kenshiro! They did the full 100 punches. I love it.
Oh my god, everyone is changed from that cooking camp.
Everyone are delinquents now.
Did we put on a wrong anime by accident?
like it's what happens with Livewire. They like put a thing up for download and it's something completely different.
Fucking turn him back to the old art style. I can't take this seriously.
It's Harry Jeremy.
Oh no. Glasses guy, he was my favourite, he's fucking dead.
What the fuck? Wow, what the hell do I have to eat to get dreams like that?
Okay, the camp is still ongoing. Light shine down on my peni.
Implying he has multiple penises for some reason.
I thought the camp thing was, like, not done yet, so I'm glad to see it was only a dream.
Indeed, indeed.
Wasn't she in Yu-Gi-Oh, or am I thinking of a different person wearing a Chinese dress?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember a Yu-Gi-Oh character looking like that.
She had a crush on Yugi.
You mean Rebecca?
No, different person. Much taller than Rebecca, but it doesn't matter. We're getting our animes mixed up here. Ah, look at her. Or I would if I had eyes.
His headband is getting in my way. I cannot see.
Must get better. Must rub it in Shinnomiya's face.
I must be the rival that he can recognize.
The field of eggs. Not entirely sanitary, but whatever. It's all cooked to perfection in the end anyway.
Oh no, they're in Japan. The eggs are absolutely fine to eat raw, and in fact there are some egg dishes that encourage the use of eating a raw yolk. Literally, it's just egg over rice, and they just crack a raw egg over the top of a bunch of rice, and then they just bust the yolk, and let all the yolky goodness run down through the rice.
Sorry, you were talking about eggs, I kind of zoned out for a second there. Something about yolky goodness?
Well, that's basically all you need to know. But yeah, the point is, Japanese eggs are very highly monitored, I guess, so they don't, I believe they don't have the dangers of salmonella or anything like that, so they're perfectly fine to eat raw, supposedly.
It's funny how close salmon and salmonella sound to each other.
They're not the same thing, though.
I'm out of commentary at this point in time.
It's alright. In appreciation for putting up with my dyslexia, I will carry this commentary on my back if I have to.
You do anyway, and stop doing that thing where it's like, oh, Tom, I'm so sorry for making you do this to me. You know there's words for that, right?
No, I'm dyslexic, remember?
Oh, Jesus. Walked right into that one. Very good, Bob, very good.
Oh, I needed a good laugh. Alright, let's see what this episode has in store for us. I'm not entirely sure if there'll be a hilarious amount of tension to this one, but I get the feeling there may be shadows of something developing, potentially. Like this character here, or characters.
Cracker volley. What, was that Black All Might?
They got the yin and yang thing going on here as well.
Yeah, I like it. Bitch.
This is like the underlying compliment that's actually an insult.
Okay, so we have Vampire and Black-haired All Might skinny form. Interesting characters. Seems to be a shadow following us. Can we do something about that?
No, it's fine. That's just a minor character.
Oh. Might as well be at this point. Has he even got an episode about himself?
No, he's just kind of there. He's just the roommate that just happens to be there for the sake of creating a sense of involvement and ambience, and that these characters aren't the only ones that exist. They are coexisting with other lesser beings.
Alright, so get dressed, come to the banquet hall. Got it. Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
Rip.
The dream came true after all.
We're gonna force you to cook.
You're supposed to fall to us, not anybody else. How dare you?
I'm the rival. No, I'm the rival.
Who spilled the beans? Well, not really. It's complicated.
I love how casually he said that, so I was like, nah, I blew it.
Alright, so what is the conceit of this episode? Besides Erina.
Erina's here to remind you that she is in fact top of the pecking order. You're all expelled!
Good night.
Mental preparation, I'd imagine.
Ooh, cool. So yeah, we're gonna have an egg-based episode, it seems.
More to the point, they're telling him that just so then they can't get any sleep because they're too busy planning out the day.
Basically.
Oh, you evil, evil bastard, Dojima, I like it. Look, we don't have time-stopping powers. We can't just stop time and come up with a menu and still get 8 hours of kip.
Ah, can you make an omelette in the stop time, Jotaro? It's like, yeah, watch me.
It's just like mixing it with an egg beater. She seems happy about it. No.
Son of a bitch.
Look, they're not an establishment that sells all-day breakfast. Assume breakfast means morning.
I used to love going to get breakfast at the local Sainsbury's with my granddad. A couple of slices of buttered toast, and I think it was a Yazoo? Or no, a fridge. A chocolate fridge milkshake.
I always thought it was called Friggy at one point. I didn't realise it was meant to be 2 J's and not a J and an I.
Wait, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm just looking on Twitter in between going back to the anime. Here's the headline for you. How Snoop Dogg's joint rolling skills made him a sushi master.
What?
Actual thing.
The shit you find on the internet, I swear.
It's okay, I'm just gonna throw him into the sun. That'll calm him down.
Yeah, you remember that?
Thanks for reminding us, it has actually been a while.
I love how he's rubbing it in.
Well, really it's the judges who will decide the fate, not you, and yes, you did enjoy that.
Alright, you better calm her down, otherwise she'll grow so big she'll take up the entire room and destroy the entire building. So I wonder what time it is over there now, considering how much they're dreading having to get up at 6 in the morning.
Well, it seemed to be like midday and so on, so they gotta work through the afternoon, into the evening, and into the morning. Yay!
She's getting into this, although I'm not sure whether it's just to mask the despair of having to wake up early.
Yeah, I think this is how they're trying to weed people out of the camp, honestly.
Yeah, trying to really put them through the ringer.
I mean, as a chef, you have to be up at all hours of the night, so...
Yeah, it's not unusual to end up in such a situation where you open up, you sort of like go in at 7, get everything prepared, go through the restaurant business, do all the cleaning up and what have you, do the accounting or whatever else you have to do, and then you'll go to bed at like 2 in the morning just to get up at 7 again. It is tough, to say the least.
Indeed, Volk, indeed.
Which is partly the reason why I don't think I'd ever be a professional cook. Like, I love cooking, and I love just making my own meals, but I don't think I could ever do it in that capacity, because I think I'd just lose my passion for food, and that's not something I want to do. For me, cooking should be fun. Okay, what was the reason for that flashback?
Because she's secretly craving Soma's D, but won't admit it.
Pretty much.
And by D, I mean dinner.
Nice save there.
No, that's what I meant, shut up. So what's luxury pronounced like to you, Volk? Luxury?
Luxury.
Okay.
Or luxurious.
Bit of a shit leading joke when I pronounced it properly for you, I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, unfortunately you let yourself down there. I do have an attention span of at least 5 minutes. If you'd waited a little bit longer, you might have been able to catch me out.
Ah, oh, damn. What the fuck, Soma?
It's delicious, but it's missing something.
It lacks a certain something. Squid ink, perhaps? Oh, Tiny Soma is so high-pitched.
Ah, maybe he's gonna go to his diner roots in order to make this buffet the best buffet possible.
They want something standard, they want something rudimentary, but they want it consistent.
They want something familiar, but also new. God, these fancy types are impossible to please, I swear to God.
Everyone has an idea, Volk. Everyone is exploding. I can hear you, you know. You're very loud.
I created the world's ultimate breakfast.
Ah, thank you, Mind Soma. I appreciate it.
Ah, the character growth is real. She's slowly gaining that confidence. Not everyone can stand to make a gigantic cake or multiple macarons. Oh yes, that's something a lot of people get mixed up in the food world. A macaron is those little meringue type things that you saw earlier. A macaroon is more like a biscuit made entirely out of coconut.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yep, this is poison.
And now I am dead. Blah.
You were in the OP? Who the fuck are you, Boobs McGee?
It's like, no, I come from another anime called Tokyo Ghoul.
I've heard tales about albino chefs, but this is ridiculous.
I'm guessing this is a Slim Mite with that weird bit of hair. Wonder what's the deal with the thing under his eye?
Huh.
Is that makeup, or is that just him with, like, black bags under his eyes? Now that's a scene you can take out of context. Where are your balls?
Yeah, this is my anime, you know. You kind of have to include me in the conversation.
Yeah, but you just invite yourself into my scene of me making breakfast and don't even have the common decency to introduce yourself. And you still haven't. How rude.
Well, we certainly left an impression there. Shut up, All Might.
He'll really bring the whole likeness home if he goes, eat this.
Yes.
When he presents his food.
Next, it's your turn to cook. Also, She-Vampire seems to have figured out what he's making already. Oh, pretty.
That is a huge haul. I'm guessing some people didn't get a huge amount of sleep.
No.
It is I who will be the victor, not you!
Oh, son of a bitch. It's almost like the plot dictates it or something. Yeah, savor my gap, Sober. What?
Savor my gap. Just like I am, trust me.
Well, maybe work on your sarcasm then, Aaron, because, yeah, you shouldn't need to explain your jokes.
Exactly. Plus, he's in it to win it. He doesn't have time to learn about the intricacies of sarcasm in the workplace.
Ah, it tastes prickly. Should it taste prickly? Yes, I put half a cactus in
it. I always like to put in unorthodox vegetables, but a cactus isn't a vegetable. It wasn't until now. No, it still isn't. The judges will be children.
Who better to judge than families, really?
Well, not only the families, but the people who help provide the food.
Ah.
They get to see what their hard work growing all the ingredients gets them. Like, what's the end result? Tezuka of the chicken egg, Kazuke of the string bean.
I don't know what these words mean. They know their shit, though.
It's like they're like saying they're the Veritas of like light, fire, and dark, and they're just like, yes, we are the shoguns of natural cheese. The serving staff as well.
Jesus Christ.
And the second in command for the resort. Woo, they got some top tier judges for this one.
This is really gonna weed out, like, people on the bottom rung then, I guess.
200 servings consumed in 2 hours. And I'm assuming if they don't, they get expelled, because that's exactly how this anime works. Well, I mean, it's pretty much all but by name a real-life situation, if you think about it.
Yeah, these are just regular people.
Just because of the people they invited, they are still just regular people looking to get a decent breakfast.
I mean, it's got to be perfect, but it's also got to be assembly line.
You have to be able to make a lot of them quickly.
It's not all about appearances, though. Take a bite, senorita, and you will see.
The frittata is the salad. Oh, he's looking to get a date for him and his bro. I'm calling it now.
Huh.
Not gonna lie, that looks kind of good.
It does.
And this
actually,
is coming
yeah.
from a man who does not like cheese that much.
This makes me want to go out on a date with you.
Here are my digits. Balsamic vinegar is truly a top tier vinegar.
Mm-hmm. I win. Oh, cute.
Ooh. What a novel concept.
Had a wide selection of food to prepare stuff.
The fucking flash to the egg on his bald head, my god. I was not expecting that. And these are meant to be like the shoguns of particular ingredients, so if she's impressing them, that's gonna get some attention. Oh, that's so good.
Sorry, I'm still in training, so... Damn it! No one ever marry that fucking cook!
I gotta get him out the house, man. You don't understand. He's eating all my food. Although it's kind of great that she's already drawn the attention of, like, the big three in this situation. So that really shows she's coming into her own.
Wow, the framing is really good in this episode. It's very creative.
I agree. Visually, this is a right treat. And for those who don't remember, that is the sous chef of the resort, so...
Yes.
He's giving some pretty high praise as well, and that's going to attract some people.
Can you stop, like, sneaking up on people, please? Like, she's trying to, like, see what everyone else is making, I bet.
She's just trying to rattle the competition. It's like, I don't need that woman.
If her job is to rattle, she's doing her job, I guess.
Oh yeah, but she's going after the easy targets at the moment. I'm not going to be impressed until she goes after someone who's really, really well placed in their head. Like, she didn't rattle Soma too much, so,
Huh. That's one egg dish I've never had before.
Oh, it is pretty damn good. I've had it maybe once, but it was so good. Shoutouts to the English muffin, truly an institution in the Great British Breakfast.
I love you, Queenie. I love you. Is it the taste? Oh, I see. There's a 50,000 yen bill in here.
Is this a bribe? No. Only if you want it to be. This is where he finds the fucking bill. It's cocaine! This is so ridiculous, but I can't help but watch.
Oh god, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Queen of breakfast. Is this where they're gonna pan to, like, anime Queen Elizabeth?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I think they are. Come on, give it to me! Oh, I wanted the actual queen.
That was New York. Why was that a new ED or just perhaps a stinger?
No, this is the segue. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm basking in it. No, not actually happening.
She is fighting gold.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about that? In 10 words or less?
Pretty fucking great. Didn't know anything about it. Good.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure whether that was 10 words, but I'm not going to grill you, know?
Thank you very much. I would appreciate it. It will do wonders for my self-confidence. But no, legitimately, part 5 I'm enjoying a lot, even though it's only 2 episodes in.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Very much so. Plus, I get to watch it with, like, you and also THD. Oh.
Excuse me, is there something going on here that we don't know about yet?
Possibly. Backstory, mayhaps.
Well, I mean, they are like the best of bros. Maybe it's just one of those bro things that they do. There's nothing gay about it, we swear.
Okay, Vog, you didn't need to unveil the subtext, okay? I think what I like about this camp arc is it doesn't feel, like, stretched out. Like, it's meant to be hard, and I've said it, I've started, so I'll finish. Hard and long, okay?
That's fair enough. It means it shows the different aspects of how you would present your cooking. So you have the buffet and all that malarkey. And then you have the other times where you're literally trying to appease, like, the very best and particular palates.
Yeah, I closed the videos down, by the way. I was unsure whether that was a stinger or a next time thing.
Oh no, you are a fool. This is in fact a stinger.
Ah, well, just relate to me what's happening.
Well, Soma only served 7 servings, and Erina's already done her 200. And Megumi is also halfway through her 200 servings, so Soma's actually struggling here.
My god. Well, I'd keep an eye on Vampire Lady. I think she has some tricks up her sleeve. Okay, I am going to assume we're done now.
Yes, we are.
Okay, well, good. That was episodes 11 to 13 of Food Wars. How'd you feel, Vog?
That was a very good collection of episodes. I was pretty much hooked throughout. There was no real slow point, really, that kind of dipped my interest in any way, shape, or form. There was always, like, a new character coming in to catch your intrigue. There were character interactions to giggle over, and also just the cooking stuff in general. Especially towards the buffet bit in episode 13. As you said before, the framing was just brilliant.
Yeah, very much so. We had a good 2-parter, and, like, one that promises to be very exciting, and a couple of new players into the mix as well. Looking forward to seeing what Vampire Lady and Black All Might have to do with this whole competition, but not to be underestimated, I think. So thank you once again, Deimos, for commissioning these. We'll see you again next month for episodes 14 to 16. But in the meantime, guys, if there are any slots left on the HellfireComms Patreon, and I'm just very quickly going to bop on over there to see if there are. Let's see, I'm scrolling down. I'm still scrolling down. Give me a second. Oh, the $25 tier is in fact sold out, but I believe at the $55 tier, you get a quick look and an hour's worth of commentary on TV episodes and whatnot, and there's 5 slots left open there. So if you want to help support the group, please consider going to the higher tiers, and maybe I'll open up some new TV slots along the way. But thank you, Vok, for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another slot and another batch even, of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.